Hi, I'm Tim Goodfellow of FF News, and we're here at Money 2020 Europe in Amsterdam. I'm pleased to be joined by Sam Koekoek of Klearly, who have been selected as one of 6 startups to watch for future potential, which is really exciting. Sam, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, being back at the show at Money 2020. We're very excited to kick it off.
Sam, for those who aren't aware, could you maybe give us maybe a brief history into Klearly and what it is that you do for your customers?
Yeah, certainly. So Klearly is a tap-to-pay business. We essentially allow SMB merchants to turn their mobile devices into payment terminals by simply installing our app, going through our fully automated onboarding. You're live within 5 minutes, and following that, they can take payments anywhere, anytime by simply either adding their own inventory or doing a one-off amount, holding the card, Apple Pay or Google Pay against the device of the merchant. The consumer doesn't have to install any type of app, just pay like he or she normally pays in, say, the grocery store, and the payment will be processed immediately. So that's in short what we do. We've only been live for about 2 months, but growing quite fast. We're based out of the Netherlands, so this is kind of like a home game for us. And we initially started 2 pilots with the biggest traditional taxi stations in Europe, in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam and in Rotterdam. And yesterday here, during Money 2020, together with the CEO of Bolt Netherlands, we announced that we are processing in-car payments on behalf of Bolt. So that was a very exciting announcement.
Wow. That is really exciting, and to me, certainly, it seems like an obvious game changer in payments and EPOS solutions. Could you maybe just expand on how you see this being a real advantage and providing value to particularly small businesses and even larger businesses, larger corporations?
Certainly, yeah. So for us, actually accepting the payments, as I just described, for us is actually the enabler. We think that is something which you can also do now with a traditional terminal. And we believe that the power of using your own mobile device, which is like a small computer that can do a lot, at this point, mobile phones can do everything that a computer can do, to really leverage that strong capabilities of such a device to do much more than just payment processing. So I can give some examples. Besides the taxi industry, we're operating in the restaurant industry. And what you see there a lot is that we have restaurants that use our application, because that's as simple. You can just install it on any Android device at this point. Hopefully soon we'll add another type of operating system. And take the payment, but not just take the payment, because they can track which employee took the payment, they can track which table it was, they can track how much tip was given. And what this helped these guys is that the managers of these type of restaurants can see how much was made per table, which employees are better performing, which employees make more tip, and all these data insights. So we leverage the payment technology as an enabler to create data insights to allow merchants to make better business decisions.
And do you think that that's a trend that you see within the payments space, that actually data is a primary driver for innovation?
So data has been in recent years always key, but I personally believe that within the payment industry it's not being leveraged enough, which is also challenging, because look at traditional terminals, you could never leverage it. You also have a lot of older players that have been around for a long time, their systems operate in a certain way and it's hard to change them. It's very difficult. So I think that's also the benefit that we started from scratch. We're only a year old, and we built the system quite fast. Also thanks to the support, because we did a pre-seed round of just over 2 million euros, led by Antler and Global Paytech Ventures, and some executives from Mali, Agen, also former president of MasterCard Europe was one of our investors. So they helped us really challenging it, but also helped us to get to the market fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you've been selected as one of 6 fintech startups to watch by Money 2020, which is a privilege and an awesome achievement in and of itself. What does the next year look like for you and the company?
Yeah, certainly. So at this moment we're operating in the taxi industry, restaurants, beauty. We actually see that people are very excited about the product, so they actually invite their cousin that has another type of shop or sells on the market. So we see already that going to different industries. So that's something which we definitely want to double down on, but also we're looking at further expansion to other countries. So that's happening. We'll soon do also our seed round. So with that, we're gonna really go to the other countries and bring this technology empowering the SMB merchants to get more data insights, to make better business decisions by just doing payments to more SMB merchants across Europe.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and seems like an incredible prospect, and I'm sure you will continue to grow and grow. And just finally, we're here at Money 2020. I imagine you've been very busy, but what are some of the kind of other sort of trends and conversations that you hear going on whilst you've been here?
It's a good question because there's so much going on. So it's hard to say specifically what is really being touching my eyes, but what I think it's just very interesting, just with the recent also kind of change in the investment climate, if you can say it like that, is that you really see, and I think you will continue this to see, that in the past it was really focused on growth, and now it's focused on sustainable growth. Now it's focused to also make revenue, make margins, and I think that that's a shift which you also see happening a little bit here on the floor. And that's something which we've been also watching, and we've been really closely paid detail to make healthy revenues, very healthy margins, and work cost efficient to give really good product to the merchants that really helps them, but also keep in mind that we can sustainably grow the business. So I think that's like a shift that I've seen changing compared to last year, that businesses are spending and allocating budgets in different types of ways.
Yeah, and that's maybe not a revolutionary idea, but it is an interesting insight, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Sam, it's been great to speak to you today, and I hope you have a great rest of the conference.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.